Okay, hi everyone. So fine, so let's get started. I hope my voice is clear and you guys can hear me properly.
Yeah, from our side.
Fine. So okay, so in the last lecture we discussed about the introduction of Oracle RAC environment that we have discussed, right? So as we know that how RAC play a very important role. So in the Oracle single instance database, there are many challenges are there. Just take an example. If my database instance goes down, so users will not be able to connect to the database. And let me share my screen. So it's good to okay. So why Oracle RAC play a very important role? Because in a single instance database we have seen a lot of challenges. Like just take an example, let's say this my this color is coming because of my kid. He like rainbow color. Let me change it. Which color I can take? Anyway, let's take it white. Okay. What is this single instance? Okay, can I use this? And now it's fine. Okay, so if you take the example of single instance database, lot of challenges are there. Like usually you will have a server where my database instance is running. This is connected to your database. Okay, and in my database I have my all the database related files are there, like sp file, control files, data files, archive logs, and all those files are available. Now if that particular node goes down, okay, if the particular node goes down, automatically your database instance will be going down, where the people will get connected, right? If I want to connect to the database, usually we connect to the database instance only, right? So what is my responsibility as a Oracle DBA? To make sure that this particular database instance should be up and running 24/7. That is my main responsibility. What is my main responsibility as a Oracle DBA? To make sure that this particular database instance should be up and running 24/7. That is my main responsibility. But if that node goes down, automatically your database instance will be going down, right? So how the people will be able to access this database? No, that's not possible. So in order to fix that issues, what we have done, okay, let's not use single node, right? We can have multiple nodes. So I added one more node here, I added one more node here. So it is my node number 1, this is my node number 2, and this is my node number 3. So we can add n number of node. Here I'm going to install my database software. So I will have instance number 2 running here, I will have instance number 3 running over here. But is it changing the database? No, we are not changing the database is same. So basically this database, your storage part, what is database is basically your storage part which is available in the shared location, so the same database you can access is from the instance number 2 also and instance number 3 also. So first problem has been resolved. What is that? High availability. Now let's take an example. There is a user one, he is trying to connect to the instance number one. Okay, see, when I'm trying now, when I'm saying that okay, I want to see, my main agenda is I want to connect to the database only. So I can connect to this database from instance number one or instance number two or instance number three. If I want to connect to the database, I can connect from anywhere. I can connect from instance number one, instance number two, instance number three, any instance. There is no problem in that. But what I'm trying to say here, that let's say this particular instance is down. Am I not connecting to the database? Yes, I can connect. I can connect from the here node number two. I can connect from node number three also. I can connect from anywhere. I can do that. There is no problem in that. I can connect from node number two, or I can connect from node number three also. There is no problem in that. So basically, there is a high availability. So if my node number one is down, no problem. I can connect to the node number two or node number three also. And you don't need to do anything. Okay, it will be done automatically. If your node number one is down, which is my instance number one, no worries. Automatically it will route your connections to the instance number two or instance number three. Automatically it will be done. Second important thing is your load balancing. What is load balancing? Earlier all my connections were coming to the node number one only. So it is a single instance database now. I have one instance only. Earlier I was having one instance only. So if I have 1000 people, they want to connect, they will connect to the instance number one only. If they are connecting to the instance number one, they will consume the resources of instance number one only. Because where is instance? Instance is available inside some server. On that server, I allocate some memory, which is my RAM. Let's say I allocated 100 GB. So 100 GB will be consumed by 1000 people. Suddenly my number of users has been increased to 10,000. Now this 10,000 people, they are going to perform some DML operations or DDL operations, right? So which resources it will consume? This 100 GB memory only. So instead of having one node, what I'll do, I have three nodes are there. Now if I'm getting 10,000 people, no problem. 10,000s are getting divided into the three part. So I'm assuming that 3,000 people are coming here, 3,000 people are coming here, 4,000 people are coming here. So basically your load is getting distributed among the multiple node. Your load is getting distributed among the multiple node. Likewise, we have multiple other features are there, like scalability. Let's take an example. In future, I think that okay, this 10,000, it has been reached to the 1 lakh, 10 lakh. I want to add one more node. You can do that. It's very easily. Again, you don't need to shut down the database instance also. If you want to add a node, if you want to remove existing node, you don't need any downtime also. It is an online activity. If you want to add, if you want to remove, it is an online activity. We have many other features are there. Let's take an example. If I take the example of patching activity. If you know, in single instance database, we need to shut down the database. We were shutting down the database instance, right? If you take the example of single instance, we were shutting down the database instance. Here you don't need to do anything, okay? Patching is your rolling patching. Rolling patching means basically you don't need to shut down your database instance also. The patching will be done when your database instance is up and running. You don't need to do that. If you want to upgrade the database in single instance database, you always need to take the downtime also. Here, everything can be done while everything is up and running. So basically what I mean to say here, that the RAC is all about the instance level high availability. What I am saying, the RAC is all about the instance level high availability. At any cost, it is always thinking that my database instance should not be down, because we have multiple instances out there. So I know about the good thing about the RAC. What is the bad thing? Licensing cost, very high. Let's say I have one laptop is there. Now I need to use 3 laptops. Each laptop is 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh. Now I need to spend 3 lakhs now. So obviously it is costly. So all these things are also playing a very, very important role. Now it is a time to understand about the Oracle RAC. So how to start? Okay, how to start? So I'll just give you small details about how we are going to start. So what I will do, okay, first of all, just to make you understand, we will set up 2 node RAC. Okay, so basically I will have one node here where my database instance is running. I will have second node will be there where my second instance will be running. Okay, and this is my database, and this database will be available in the shared location. So it means instance 1 also getting connecting from here, instance 2 also getting connected from here. This database is available in the shared location. Under this database, I am going to store my files like SP file, control files, data files, your archive logs. Okay, how this shared location will be created? This is basically your ASM. So I'm going to use ASM file system, which is shared in between your instance number 1 and instance number 2. Now this both the instance internally, should they communicate also each other, right? They should be able to communicate to each other. Why it should be communicating to each other? Let's take an example. I got connected from the instance number 1. I got connected to the instance number 1. I have modified something. Let's say I changed the salary of person from 1000 to 2000. So that should be also visible to the instance number 2 also, na? Instance number 2, he should get to know that boss, he has made some changes on node number 1. So we called it as a node 1. This is my node 1 and this is my node 2. So node means basically your physical machine, which is my server where my operating system is installed. So there should be communication in between instance number 1 and instance number 2. Who is connected to the instance number 1? Who is connected to the instance number 2? What they are doing? Their communication should be always there. And this is possible with the help of private interconnect or private network, you said. So you need to have a private interconnect in between node 1 and node 2, or instance 1 and instance 2. How they are communicating to each other? They are going to communicate with each other by using some interconnect. And what is that interconnect? What they are talking, we should not be able to understand, right? It should not be visible to the outsiders now. So I am going to have a connection in between node 1 and node 2 through how? Private interconnect. But if I want to access this server, let's say I want to do SSH on node 1 and node 2. If I want to access, like the user want to connect to this node, na? So they should be connected with some IP. Let's say I want to connect to the node number 1. I want to check the status of my node 1, whether it is running or not. So I will use some IP, na? That IP will be your public IP. So public IP, by using public IP, we are going to connect to the node 1 and node 2. So public IP will be there. There are two public IP. How? One public IP for node 1, another public IP for node 2. How many private IP? The private IP for node 1 and private IP for node 2. So there are two type of IPs we discuss here. One is public IP and second one is private IP. What is public IP? By using the public IP, you are going to take the SSH of node 1 and node 2. So every node, like I'll go to the MOBAX term, right? I'll go to the MOBAX term and I'll do SSH. So I need to specify the IP address. See here, if I'm saying December ASM, I can see there is some IP address 192.168.56.50, right? That is a public IP. What about the private IP? Private IP is mainly useful to communication in between node 1 and node 2. Private IP is useful to communicate in between node 1 and node 2. That is for private IP. Apart from this, there are different other IPs are there. Like we are going to discuss about scan IP. We are going to discuss about VIP. All those which are mainly useful for your to make a connections to the database. And how it is going to help, that we are going to see in future lectures. So if I want to tell you a layman architecture, what we are going to do, basically there will be node 1, there will be node 2. On this node, you will have a database instance will be running, and which is connected to your database through shared storage. And for shared storage, we are going to use, what we are going to use? ASM. We are going to use ASM. Both the node will communicate to each other through private network. And if I want to take the SSH of node 1 and node 2, for that we are going to use public IP address, your public network. And apart from this, we are going to use scan IP, VIP. and this is for user connection purpose. Like when the user want to connect to the database na, they need to go through the scan IPs and VIPs. So that we will discuss later on. But did you understand this basic of Oracle RAC architecture, guys? Everyone, till now, whatever we discuss, are you able to understand? Can you please use the chat option and let me know? Yes. Can you please use the chat option and let me know?
Chat is disabled.
Chat is disabled. At least one-to-one should be there now. So, can you please enable the chat, guys? My team. If let me see if I can do that. Chat is enabled. I see the messages coming. Fine. Okay, so I see everyone is saying yes. ASM is not mandatory. You can have other file system also, which should be shared. Okay, the main important thing is shared. It should be shared. So if you think that, but most of the, like, I would say 99%, okay, whenever you are going to learn about the Oracle RAC, you will always find the ASM there. Okay, so in this course we are going to learn about the ASM also. Okay, how to configure ASM, the ASM concept, all these things we are going to discuss. Okay, don't worry about that. Now so basically what I will do, first of all we need to set up the environment, because unless and until we do not have an environment, there is no fun to do all those things, right? So we need the environment. We need the environment for the practice purpose. Okay, so yeah, every node will have your private IP address and every node will have public IP address. So basically what I'm trying to do here, let's say this is my node 1. Okay, so on node 1, what are all things you are going to install, that we will see. So let's take an example. We are going to configure a operating system, right? First of all, we will have operating system, right? We will have operating system. We need to install the operating system. When you get the server and you want to create small virtual machine, for that you need to install the operating system. So which operating system? I will use Oracle Enterprise Linux 7.9. This is the operating system. Okay, this is the operating system which I am going to use. Okay, second thing is I will use the second one. I will have node number 2. Okay, this is my node number 2. Here also I am going to install the operating system, the same operating system. Oracle is recommending, or it is very important that irrespective of any number of node, like node 1, node 2 or node 3, all these nodes should have same operating system. This is recommended by Oracle only. So if I'm installing Oracle Enterprise Linux 7.9 on node 1, you should have 7.9 on node 2 only. If you are upgrading now, let's say in future you want to upgrade, so you need to upgrade on both the side. Okay, once you get the operating system, okay, now you got the operating system, right? The another important software which you are going to install, we call it as a grid software. Okay, and here also I'm going to install grid software. What is this grid software? Grid software is helping you to provide you two things. One is it will provide you your clusterware software. When I say clusterware, basically it is a RAC database. And second important thing is it will provide you ASM software. I told you, right? I need a shared storage in between node 1 and node 2. So that ASM is helping you to create a shared file system in between node 1 and node 2. Okay, we can have, but if I want grid, if I want ASM or a RAC software, if I want RAC software, right? So I need some software to be installed now. So we are going to install the grid software on node 1 and node 2 on both the side. What this grid will help me? This grid will help me to have a file system to be created. So basically I will get a platform. What I will get? I'll get ASM file system. But remember that this ASM file system is shared in between node 1 and node 2. This ASM file system is shared in between node 1 and node 2. The ASM file system is shared in between node 1 and node 2. Second important thing is, Now I'm going to install another software. We called it as a database software. Which software? Database software. So database software I'm going to install on node 1, and database software I'm going to install on node 2, on both the side. Database software on node 1, database software on node 2. But does database software will create a database related files? No, it will not create. Database software is just to have a database binaries. Only binaries will be there. So for that I will call DBCA. Do you remember that we used to call DBCA? And that DBCA will create your instance number 1 here and instance number 2 here. So basically on every node there are two softwares you need to install. One is grid software and second one is your database software, which will provide you database also. Now this instance 1 and instance 2, once you are done with the instance installation, or you say actual your database installation, you will get your all the database related files here, SP file, control files, data files, arclog, and some other files like you will find voting disk, OCR, all those RAC related files you will find here, and that is called actual your database. Remember, this database is shared in between node 1 and node 2. On this, I told you there are two type of IPs will be there. On node 1 we are going to configure public IP address so that I can take the SSH. On node 2 also I will have public IP address. What is the IP we are going to use? I'm going to use the IP address like 192.168.56.71. This is my public IP of node 1. What is the public IP of node 2? 192.168.56.72. So it is 71, here it is 72. Why this 56 192? Because this is the IP address range provided by our internet provider. So right now what internet provider, service provider we are using now, this is the range. Normally in real-time production environment, this IP will be configured by your network team. They will take care of this. These IPs will be configured by your network team. Network team will helping you. You don't need to worry about what will be the IP of node 1 and node 2. They will configure for you. You just need to say that, boss, we have these two node. Okay, so basically your server installation also taken care by the server team, and they will configure the IP for you. So as a rack, what you need, I told you, right? You need public IP address, you need private. Now these two node, I told you, right? They are going to communicate to each other with private IP address. So what is the private IP address of node 1? So I'll just keep 192.168.10.1, and here it is 192.168.10.2. This is the 10.1 and 10.2. This is the private IP address of node 1 and node 2. This is the private IP address of node 1 and node 2. This is the private. So here the range is getting changed, right? The public IP address is 192.168.56. Here it is 192.168.10. Okay, that is a 10.1 and 10.2. So here my IP address will be 10.2. Apart from this, as I said, you will need to configure some other IP address like your scan IP and your VIPs. Okay, that we will discuss later on. Now we are going to configure two node rack. First of all, I need to install operating system on node 1 and operating system on node 2. After that, we are going to do the installation of grid software and then database software. Remember that both the software need to be installed on node 1 as well as on node 2, both the side. It's not like you are going to install grid software on node 1 only, because grid is important. Grid will provide you this rack software and ASM, and then you will get this. Everyone able to understand whatever we discuss? Is it clear? Are you able to understand? Can you please use the chat option and let me know? Private IPs and VIPs are different. Okay, we'll discuss about that. I'll show you this, all these things.
Sir, storage also will be shareable, right?
Huh?
Storage also will be shareable, right?
Storage will be same in between node 1 and node 2. What I'm trying to say, when the storage is same means, let's say you got connected to the node 1. Okay, user 1 got connected from node 1. He created a table. So that table will not be created here on the top level on memory, or it will be created under database. So you will see here, if you create an EMP table here, that EMP will be accessible from node 1 and node 2. If you modify anything, now it will be modified here only. If you modified
Yeah.
anything, it will be modified here only on database level.
Yeah.
Okay, so once we see it practically and once we configure, na, then you will get the more confidence. Again, those people who are watching me for the first time, or maybe you are joining the first RAC class, this is a second class, I believe, after the demo. We are continuing this class now, means tomorrow, day after tomorrow, like we are not stopping now. Okay, so those people who have not enrolled to the Oracle RAC DBA training till now, you can reach out to the Learnomate team. The numbers are available here, okay, on this number or email ID, or on this you can reach out to this. The videos will not be available on YouTube from tomorrow. Okay, it will be just like only visible for the paid people. Okay, since it is just a demo now, I can see the people are joining, but from tomorrow it will be just internal Learnomate students will be there. Okay, so today you consider that this is a kind of demo, but from tomorrow you will not get a chance to join this RAC training. Believe me, this RAC training is very important. Whenever you go for any interview, everyone is asking the question based on the Oracle RAC. Okay, you ask any person who has given the interview, if you see the resume, the RAC should be there. Okay, so please understand the importance of Oracle RAC, how it is very important. Okay, so fine. So this is just those people who want to fill up the form, you can fill up the form. The form is available in the chat option. You can fill up the form. My team will reach out to you. Okay, now coming to the next part, what I want uh, let's take an example. So let's do one thing. Let's do one thing. What I want, let's do one thing. Let's do the installation. Okay, so I'm going to start the installation of Oracle RAC, but again, RAC installation is going to take a long time. Okay, usually it will take 3 to 4 days to understand about the Oracle RAC installation. The first part which we are going to learn about the operating system installation for node 1 and node 2. For that, what I will do, I'll use the virtual box, okay, or virtual machine. So we have a software called Oracle VirtualBox. This is a software that you can use. If you don't know how to install this software, so let me show you. I hope everyone know, but since I'm a trainer, I need to show everything. So you can go here and just say download Oracle VirtualBox. Just say Oracle VirtualBox. Click on the first link. Just click on the Windows host if you are using a Windows operating system. Mac people, you can use Mac operating system. Click here and just download it and install it. It's quite simple. Okay, this session will not be available on YouTube channel from tomorrow, guys. Okay, so just take it seriously. Today is the last day, so just double click on it. Okay, you need to install this. If you already have, then no need to do that. Okay, click on next, install, accept, next, yes, next, install. Okay, okay, so I'm getting the error message saying that because I'm already having Oracle VirtualBox, that is the reason it is not happening. So I'll just exit it, but you guys just do next, and it will be done. What I want to install the operating system. Which one? Oracle Enterprise Linux 7.9. So what I will do, you can do one thing, download or just go to the website called edelivery.oracle.com. Just go here, click on sign in, just enter your credential. If you don't have a credential, click on the create account, enter your basic details here, enter your basic details, and then you will get the email. Okay, you will get the email. If you get the email, just confirm it, and then you can just enter the same credential here. Click on sign in. So just go here. Here you can just say Oracle Linux. Just wait. Automatically the drop down will come, and then you can see there is something called 7.9. Just click here and then install it. Click on continue. 64-bit operating system. Continue. Accept the license agreement. Continue. You can see a lot of ISO files are there. You don't need to select everything. Just click on the first ISO. Can you see here 4.5 GB around, right? This one. Just click there on that link and automatically it will start downloading here. I'll close it because I have already downloaded this and I have placed this ISO file here. Those people who are coming from my Oracle DBA class, they don't need to download because you already must have this, right? Somewhere I have used this in Oracle DBA class also, so you can use the same. Okay, this is the same operating system that we already use. Okay, so if you just go here, somewhere I have here 7.9 here, this one. So this is the one which I have just downloaded and I place it in E drive. Wherever you have space now, you can just place it here. Now I'm opening the virtual box. Click on file, or just you can see here, click on new. What is the name you want to give? So I'll just give the name, like let's say, what's your batch? June node 1. I'll just give the name like June node 1 because I have multiple machines are available on my left hand side. You can just give the name like node 1, or I'll just say node 1 is fine. Okay, node 1. Okay, node 1 is fine. Or I'll just give some name like a RAC 1 June. Okay, just some meaningful name. Now you need to specify a location where your VM related files will be stored. Keep any location where you have around you have 200 GB spaces available. I don't have 200 GB, but I'll just keep this app drive. Okay, I'll remove that. Right click, new, and just create one folder here like June RAC VM. I think I have already this folder. Where is that? Can you see any folder? June RAC VM. I can see that. Do we have files here? No, I don't have file, but I'll just delete this. Okay, delete and delete. Okay, so this is the folder you can create, June RAC VM. Under that you can create two folder, like right click, new, just mention node 1 and right click and create one more folder with the name node 2. Okay, just rename it, but because my first folder is not created properly, so I'll just say node 1. Okay, now under node 1 just select, I selected the node 1. You need to select the ISO image. My ISO image is available here. I told you, right? I have placed it here in E drive. So wherever you have placed, just mention that location. Skip unattended installation. You need to do that because otherwise automatically your installation will be in progress. Now hardware. Okay, now if you want to do the installation of RAC, I told you earlier also, if you want to do the installation of RAC, you need minimum 16 GB RAM. That is the minimum RAM, and the space, your hard disk is around, just take an example, 160 GB. That is the minimal you require. So those people who have 8 GB RAM, we will provide you lab access, and you can use that lab access. In lab access, the installation will be already done. You cannot do the installation, but you can use that for your practice purpose. Like you can start the machine, stop the machine. You can do other stuffs you can do. Okay. Now what I will do, I'll just go here. Here I am going to provide the memory now for 16 GB people. Okay, you can provide less memory, but I'll provide around 8500, or I can provide 9000 also. You can provide like those people who have 16 GB RAM, you can provide around 6500 or 6 GB is also fine. Okay, 6500 or 6 GB, but try with 6500. And number of CPU, I have 12 CPUs are there, so I will allocate 3 CPU. Okay, 3 CPU. Now what I will do, I'll just go here and I'll provide more memory because I have 32 GB RAM and 12 CPUs are there, so I can allocate more CPU also, more RAM also, there is no problem. What about the hard disks? I'll provide 120 GB. I'll provide much because I have around 2 terabytes are there, so I'll provide more. If you want, you can allocate 100 GB also. 100 GB is also fine. Okay, click on finish. Now I have this node 1 here. Okay, I have this node 1. I got this node 1 here, so that's is fine. Now what is the next thing that you need to do? What is the next thing that you need to do? The next thing will be your, I got this rack 1. Similar thing I am going to do it for node 2 also. Also just go here, click on the, no, sorry, not this one. What is my name I have given? I'll just remove all these machines which are not required because it is consuming my space. So I'll go to the node 2, delete all files, this one, remove. Whichever the memory is not, whichever the machine is not required, you can just delete because it will save your space. Okay, so PayBSM, it is done now, so I'll just delete all those. And because it is creating a confusion also, because I have lot of things are there, so I'll just remove everything. Did I create it? Oh, no, not it, right? So this is upgradation, no required. I'm just deleting all my machines, guys. Okay, this which are not required. Which machine we created? Did I created our machine also? Rack 1 June, na? Correct. So I'll create one more machine. Click on new. I'll just give the name like rack 2 June. I'll just give same name, rack 2 June. Just go here, click on others. Click on this PC. What is the name you want to give? Here, which folder we created? Rack June rack VM na? Did I create it? Where I created that? Here I think. Rack. Oh, June. Here. So I'm selecting the node number 2. Select. Where is the ISO? Same location. Scheme unattended. Just repeating the terminologies that we have done on node number 1. How much memory we allocate there? 9000, right? Which is around 9 GB. 3 CPUs. How much hard disks? I'll allocate 120 GB. Click on finish. So this is my node 1. This is my node 2. Okay. So we have not done the installation of operating system. Here I am going to allocate some network part. Like I'll go to the settings, click on the network. I'll allocate my first network, which is my public IP address. So whenever you want to allocate the network, you need to allocate some Ethernet. What do you need to do? You need to allocate some Ethernet. So I'll allocate this node 1. Then I'll allocate this host only adapter. So first host only adapter is for public IP address. Second host only adapter is for private IP address. Third is for, what is the use of third? For bridge adapter. This is my bridge adapter. And this bridge adapter is for what? This bridge adapter is for your internet purpose, because I need internet in my machine. In a single instance database, I don't use this second 3 adapters. I use only 2 adapters, right? But in RAC database, I'm using 3 adapters. One is for public IP address, second one is for private IP address, and third one is for only internet. Because why we need internet? Because I'm going to do the installation of some packages like database related packages, ASM related packages that I need. When I'm going to allocate the IP address, wait for some time. After the operating system installation, we will do that. Similar thing, I'm going to do it on node number 2 also. So I'll go to the network. I'll allocate my first host only adapter, second host only adapter. So first one is for private public IP address, second one is for private IP address, and third one is just bridge adapter, that is for internet purpose. Click on OK. Now it is a time to do the installation of operating system. So let's go to the node 1 and start doing the installation of operating system on node 1. Similar way, you can go to the node 2 and start doing the installation of operating system on node number 2. Now you can see it is getting power on. Are you able to understand, everyone, till now? Okay, and just say enter. Everyone able to understand? Go to the node number 2 and just say enter. This is the similar part we have done it. Okay, this is a similar part we have done it in your single access also. In the rack, in the lab setup, they will provide you operating system, but database installation part you can do that. Okay. But no. What about the no? In the lab setup, the rack setup will be done by the team only internally. Why? Because we need to add some storage part, and storage we cannot provide you the access. Okay, because you may corrupt the physical server also, which can damage to our server. Okay, so in the lab you will have access where your rack will be already installed, but you can manage it. Manage means like you can install one more database installation, you can do that. You can remove database, you can check the services, you can start, stop, everything you can do. Okay, except that. Now what is the language? Okay, whatever steps I'm going to do it on node number 1, everything I'm going to repeat it on node number 2. Okay, so the English will be the language. Okay, I need to close this machine once. Why? Because I need to, my mouse is not working properly, and whenever the mouse is not working properly, go to the settings, then systems, and just mention USB tablet. Okay, do it for node number 2 also. Go to the system and just mention USB tablet and say okay. So start, and this start also. So I'm starting both the machines now, because sometimes, like, you know, my mouse is not working properly, so it is very much important. So I'll just go here, install, go here, install. We'll just do the installation of operating system today, and from tomorrow we will do the IP configurations, your grid installation, database installation, everything we will do it by tomorrow. Okay, so yes, my operating system is getting started on node number 1 and node number 2, means operating system installation is getting started. So I can see it's up on node number 1. What is the language? English. Yeah, that's fine. So default language is English only, so you can say yes. This is a very important window, guys, so don't make any mistake over here. Now so once you are here, it will be little hung for some time. Click on the date and time. What is the time zone you want to select for your server? Since I'm in India, I'll prefer to have Indian timing. Click on the software installation, click server with GUI. Here we are trying to do the installation of server as a GUI. Normally it is a command line interface in real-time production environment, but we will use command line interface only. Okay, I'll show you how to do that. And just go on right hand side, say compatibility libraries and virtualization tools. Now automatic partition selected. So the storage that we have allocated, which is around 120 GB, I want to divide it into the multiple partition. So I'll configure the partition, click on done. The first partition I'm going to create is my boot partition, which is required to run your operating system. I'll just allocate 512 MB, that's more than enough. Add mount point, click on the second. I'll just allocate swap partition, which is almost 1.5 times to 2 times of your RAM. So I'll allocate around 12 GB. Again, this is recommended by the Oracle. The third one is your just create one temp and just allocate 5 GB. This is a temporary mount point, so that whenever sometime you need to move some file from node 1 to node time, so that time you can use this temp partition, and the rest of the space you can allocate to the root partition. You can see in the red color, this is 103 left now. Okay, and now everything is allocated. So out of 120 GB storage, we allocated 512 here, temp 5 GB, rest of the you can allocate to the root partition, whatever you have, and this is my swap partition. Click on done. Accept changes. What is the name you want to allocate to your machine? Every operating system will have some name. So I'll allocate the name like node1.learnomate.org. Again, remember this name only. Do not use any customized name. Use this name only, because this name play a very, very important role in future classes. If you use your name, then you need to use your name only throughout the class, and then you will get confused. So as of now, do not use your mind, because you are joining the classes. So obviously you are here to learn the things, right? So use this name only. I'll show you what is the importance of it. Just click on apply. We will do the IP configuration later, and then finally just say begin installation. Make sure that this is server with GUI, custom partition is selected, this is done, and then click on already done na. How many times I need to do done? Cancel. We don't have option to go back. Go back. Accept changes. Okay, and click on begin installation. Enter the password of root user. I'm keeping the root password as root. Keep the password very easy, root as root only, because you are going to use that password multiple times. Similar steps I'm going to do it on node number 2 also. Click on English, continue. I'll go little fast now because we have done that. And then date and time you can change, and then rest of the things is simple. So this installation, this operating system installation will take around 1 hour. So keep your system on charge. Okay, and then automatic partition selected. I will configure partition. Click on plus, provide the boot partition around 512 why 512 MB. Click on plus, provide swap partitions around 12 GB. Then just create one slash tmp, just 5 GB, and rest of the things you can allocate to the root partitions, and click on done. Accept changes. What is the name? The first name was node1. Here I'm giving the name as node2.learnomate.org. this is the machine name, and by using this name you can connect a server with GUI. Just go right side and virtualization tools, compatible libraries, client is not required, and done. So yeah, so we have done the installation of operating system on node 1 and node 2. We have used Oracle Linux 7.9 here. Click on the begin installation. Okay, and then you need to just provide the password of root user and your installation is completed. So it will be running for another 1 hour. Don't close your machine. You will get the message saying to reboot it. You can just reboot and close it. Rest of the things I'll show you in the next lecture. Acha, till now whatever we discuss, are you able to understand? Okay, fine. So rest of the things we will do in the next lecture. Again, as I'm saying, this is a continuous class of Oracle RAC environment. From tomorrow the class will not be available on any social media. It is completely closed under the Learnomate student only, paid student only. So those people who are interested to join the Oracle RAC training, today is the last day to enroll yourself, and let's be the part of this Learnomate journey. So till now we have given a lot of success to the people who are coming from non-technical background as well as technical background. So especially it's playing a very important role. So the link is available, the form link is available in the chat option. So if you guys are interested, you can fill up the form, and let's start the journey. There is a number available also, so you can utilize that number also. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the session. So let's connect tomorrow, and we will continue this as an internal class from tomorrow, guys. Okay, same time. Thank you guys. Bye bye.
Excuse me. For the recording session, I'm sorry. Is there a way we can retrieve today's recording session?
Today's recording you will get it today. I don't know whether you'll get today only, because it will take another 1 hour for us to convert it to the readable format, because Zoom will not provide us the recording immediately. Zoom will take at least 1 to 2 hours. Okay, now my
Thank you.
team is not available, so tomorrow morning or maybe in the today night. Okay, but I cannot
Thank
commit
you.
now for today night, but tomorrow for sure you will get it in the morning time.
Thanks.
Okay,
Thank
and
you.
as soon as the recording is getting uploaded, you will get the notification saying that the recording has been uploaded. Okay, so once you get the notification, you guys can check it on your app, or you can play it on your browser also.
I have one
In
question,
lab
sir.
activity, what type of activities we are covering
Where
in lab?
in lab everything you can do except this rack installation part. Why rack is not why rack installation is not possible? Because you need to go outside the virtual box also, like you need to add storage, and storage is not possible to add on physical server level. Okay, but
If you
everything
want
you
to
can do means we
patching
cannot
activities
provide
in
you
the
access.
patching and the other activities
Everything you can do. You can do patching activity. You can do, like, let's say you want to add one more node, that is also possible. Everything is possible. If you want to start backup, restoration, everything is possible.
Hello. Hello.
Are we going to cover the DR creation?
DR is there, yes. Rack with data card setup is there.
Hi,
Who
Ankush.
is going to provide, sir?
Yeah.
Software of
Also,
Oracle.
I have shared na, like how to install the, like how to download the softwares and all, right, today. So everything we will provide you. Okay. So today how to download the Oracle Enterprise Linux 7.9 I have already shared, but if you want the copy, just as a link we can provide you in the group, we will provide you.
Hi, Ankush. Sandeep here. The time taken for rack configuration on on-prem and OCI, is it any difference?
Yeah, many differences are there. OCI will be very quickly, because there you don't need to install operating systems and all, like just like click and it will.
Okay. Means around it seems like 5 to 10 minutes it will create the rack configuration in OCI level.
Your OCI, like you don't need to do anything now.
Okay. Okay.
May I know the course duration?
Course will go around 2 months. All right, so okay, fine guys. So let's connect tomorrow and we'll continue this. Okay, those people who have not enrolled yet, please do it today, because today is the last day for enrollment. From tomorrow only internal